good? What's good? What's good? So, I think Raiders defensive staff is already set. Ain't that a trip? Jesus. Who's this guy? Uh, man, I mean, linebacker coach that came out of defensive coordinator position out of college. Antonio Pierce. I mean, hey, you got to get your shoe in somehow, right? It's a good move. Good move. Solid. Hey, if you got someone that knows how to run a whole defense, even though it's like, second tier, you got college and then you got NFL. If you got someone that knows what he's doing for a whole defense, if you put him just in a positional setting, I'm pretty sure he should excel at that. So I'm happy we got someone that got experience actually running multiple different things, and now we're getting him to just one thing. Maybe it might, benefit us. But I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to see how our linebackers mold. Linebacker room's a big, I think a lot of people should look at Arizona State and see what he did with the linebackers in his defensive scheme. So that way we know exactly what we're going to be dealing with. I'm not too into college football, as y'all know. I will be doing some college football reaction videos later on during the off season, and I'm hoping to do it before the draft. That's the plan, is to do it before the draft. Then if we draft someone I don't know, I'm gonna probably do one for them, because more than likely we're gonna draft someone that's the typical Raider fashion. We always go after someone we don't fucking know. Nobody fucking expected, and I'm kind of over that. I kind of want to be able to get the fucking easy layup, but we'll see what happens, All right, let's see what's up. Raider Tricks, hosted by Digital Prez. Hey, is that your new name, bro? What's up, Prez? How you doing? Andrew Estrada, Anthony Estrada, my bad. Anthony Estrada, man. Hey, yo, I was in Hammer's house, dude, and that Estrada joke, bro. That was like, fuck. Hey, they got you on that one, man. But hey, it was fun. It was fun watching you in there, man, making some statements and making some comments and shit. What up? What up, Knock? Again, Johnny Bravo. How you doing? Mark Davis is in trouble right now. What do you do this time? What? He's wanted for a haircut? What's going on? What? Mark's in trouble. All right, let's check the news. I got the phone right here. Las Vegas Raiders. Nothing came up about Mark. Doesn't say anything about Mark. What's up? The Oakland situation lost. Come on, bro. Oakland's been trying to sue his ass since he moved. Dude, that ain't going nowhere. I don't think that's going to. They don't have a foot to fucking stand on, bro. They don't. He had everything set. He had everything set up for them to actually make a pitch to the NFL. They weren't fucking ready, and then everything went to shit. As much as I wanted them to stay in Oakland, Libby Shaft is the reason why everything went to shit. Bottom line, Libby fucking Shaft. Don't even get me started on that bullshit. Honestly, I know they're going to still go after him. I know they're going to be relentless with every city that goes to that kind of thing. Usually is, but I do not see that going anywhere, dude. They have no merit on it. Everything seemed above board. There were a couple. There were a couple of shady situations going on there, but that's old news, bro. They've been after his ass. They've been after Lamar Davis since he left Oakland. That shit, yeah, that shit ain't nothing new on that one, man. I'm at the end of the day, the worst thing that could happen is to make a settlement where he's gonna have to pay the city or something, which he should. If that's the case, you know, if they win him in court, hell, fucking more power to them, whatever. At the end of the day, that has no effect on the team, the actual team. They a lot of people were going after him, saying that they should leave the name, change the name. The Raiders belong, you know, to the city of Oakland, which, in a way, I could see their merit in that. At the same time, that ain't never gonna fucking happen. That ain't never gonna fucking happen. There's too many fucking loopholes you'd have to go through to get that to happen. That is not gonna fucking happen. So, dude, I don't. That doesn't bother me at all. That has no effect on the team. That's between ownership and the city of Oakland. I understand where they're coming from, but at the same time, it is what it is, man. Shit happened, and we got to move on. Oh, all right. Let me see. There's so much more to follow. Why all teams? Yeah, yeah, dude. I've already stated this a few times, dude. And with the whole situation with the A's, I have said this a long time ago, man. You got once, that's probability. Twice is coincidence. 3 fucking times, you got a fucking pattern. And want to know the main denominator in the whole fucking situation? Libby fucking Shaft. Fuck that bitch, all right? Everybody knows everybody knows everything with the shit because of her, all right? Everybody knows because the mayor fucking, because that, not mayor, fucking, I don't even want to get into it, guys. You know what? Let's move the fuck on, guys. Let's move on to something that affects her team now, because ain't going nowhere. I already said it. That ain't going nowhere. Yeah, man. I did watch the Madden Memorial yesterday. I got a little choked up on some of the, people that were speaking. I kind of had to stop watching it because I honestly, dude, like, if I could prevent getting choked up and crying about something that's just as simple as a speech, I'll try to. But there's some times where I gutted it out and I watched a few of the speeches, and man, it got real emotional, man. He meant so much to so many people. That guy really made an impact in them. And I think I love the fact that they respected him and buried him on Monday Night Football. Like on Monday night, just like how other times he represented on Monday Night Football, in the arena where he coached, for the team that he coached. So it's like, it was a good vibe. I really enjoyed it, but I did have to step out a few times because it was a little too much on some emotional level. Like, it was tough, man. Knowing that he's not going to be around anymore to represent not only the Shield and the Raiders, but football in general. He impacted the game so much. So yeah, but it was a good service, man. It was a good service. Uh, yeah, Libby, dude, don't even get me started, man. If anybody denies, dude, honestly, anybody denies that she is the problem, and they keep, dude, there's only so many sports teams you can fucking go through until you realize that they're not the fucking problem. She's the fucking problem. Ah, all right. Santa Rose Pirate. There has been no confirmation on the amount that Carr wants. He does. He does want a reasonable contract, and I'm sorry, but 35. That's actually reasonable, believe it or not. Dak Prescott is making 40 million. 40 fucking million, guys. They were in the same fucking spot last year. Same fucking spot. One and done in the playoffs. And that dude's making 40 fucking million. Same result. They're both on the couch watching the Cincinnati Bengals playing the Super Bowl. Same fucking result. Same fucking circumstance. I believe they should be making the same amount if that's the case. But I don't think that means that Derek Carr should be making 40 million. I think that means Dak Prescott should be making as much as Derek fucking Carr. 35, maybe 30 million. Easy. I'm sorry. That was Cowboys overpaid on that motherfucker. I'm sorry. As far as I'm concerned, they overpaid. And look, 35 is that's not that good of a haircut, but it's not a good enough haircut in my personal opinion. However, that is lower than the amount going for a starting quarterback in the league. And a lot of people get mad about that, but at the same time, you got to take into account that could be a fucking steal right now. You know where the fucking price of a quarterback is heading? The price of a quarterback within the next 3 fucking years will be around 50 mil per year, maybe more, around 55 to 60 mil a year, maybe more. I'm not even fucking joking about this. The rate of quarterbacks pricing is going up. You want to be able to build a team, but at the same time, you got to take into account the inflation of a quarterback is going so high that if you settle for maybe 35, 30, 32, 35 mil a year, that's a fucking steal 3 years down the fucking road when all these other quarterbacks that got renewed and got a new fucking price tag on them is getting paid maybe like 50 mil a year, 45 mil a year. And that's a fucking steal back around that time. Imagine if you were to lock him up for 35 and the price of a fucking quarterback goes up like that. A lot of people got to take that into account too. Like, and with that going up, with everything else going up, you got to take into account the cap space is going to go up also. So it will work out. I do not. It has, like I said before, though, it has not been confirmed that he's not okay with that. It's not been confirmed that there is any further discussion between the price tag or not. Right now. They just confirmed that they are willing to negotiate. So we'll see where that goes. How long were you on Talk That Shit Tuesday? Did you see one of my few comments? If you didn't, here goes. Raiders! There you go. Are you going on? I will be doing a reaction video for the draft. Unknown Raider guy. Raider Jason. Yeah, I do reaction videos every year for the draft. If you go back and watch any of my videos from the past, I always do a reaction video for the draft. I've done it since I want to say 2000. I want to say since 2014. Maybe I think I did a video for 2013, but it was on my other channel before I switched. There's a lot of reaction videos where I'm like, who? Like, so. But yeah, I do one every year. I don't go live during the draft. I kind of just video and then break down the video and post it later. But I'll probably be doing maybe a little something different this year. I don't know. I will be making a reaction video. Always do it. All right. I heard Carr just said he'll take a pay cut as long as he gets Davante Adams. Yeah, I heard that too. That has been confirmed. He actually made that statement. But of course, he made that statement way before Davante Adams was even available. He said that the moment the season's over, he's going to do a full court press on Davante Adams, trying to get him to get here. He'll do anything. And as a matter of fact, he said he'd buy him a fucking car if he had to. I honestly believe Derek Carr when he's saying this. I've honestly seen him enthusiastic about players before, but not as much as Davante Adams. He really wants him here. However, I don't see it happening. I mean, that's just too big of a fucking price tag for a wide receiver. I just don't see that fucking happening. Anybody that thinks that we're willing to pay that much, go look at the history with the Patriots franchise when these particular players that took over our franchise that ran the system in the front office, in the fucking Patriots front office, they didn't really go after big names. They worked with what they had, and they built through the draft. They also got some players that would work in their system. That's the way they work. They don't really go after really huge names because sometimes that huge name doesn't work in their system. If it does, maybe they do, but the chances are probably not. I mean, we'll see where we go with this. I hope that we actually do. I hope that we take our shots and make some shots and when it comes to actually getting weapons for Derek Carr. Because at the end of the day, that's one excuse that everybody uses with Carr is he doesn't have enough weapons. And for the most part, it's true. I'm not going to front. There's a lot of pieces missing on this offense that could be utilized if we were to get him. And I'm not gonna front on that because I've already stated this. There's so many times you could use the same excuse over and over and over again until it just becomes repetitive. But if you don't, answer that excuse, then you're never gonna know the difference. It's like you got to give him weapons. I get, and anybody that's like, he's not a quarterback that's gonna win on his own. He is not an Aaron Rodgers. And anybody that says he's better than Aaron Rodgers, open your fucking eyes and get it checked or some shit, because that's not true. And Aaron Rodgers is at an elite level. He's not there. He's not there. He's more, if you ask me, he is kind of like a Matthew Stafford, like a guy that is really good. He's on shitty teams sometimes, most of the time, for most of his career. But you put the right pieces around him, he will succeed. And I think that's the situation we're in with Carr. So I could understand, like, building around him a certain way, but at the end of the day, sometimes you got to go for broke, man. If you know you got a piece that you need to get an all-star cast around in order to actually win a Super Bowl, get that all-star fucking cast. There's a lot of fucking fans are kind of sick of this shit. Adams, Santa Rosa. Yeah, Adams. I'm not sure, man. I mean, best man in the wedding or something like that. They've known each other since college. Oh, there's getting more. Ah, shit. Hold up real quick, guys. Fucking loud, huh? DC wants 35 mil, not worth it for a 30-year-old QB. Year 9, he's average at best and consistent as fuck. He wants too much money. Take 25, hit the door. I ain't giving him 35 mil. Bro, I've already stated this. You can't control the price of the market. I know y'all think it's too much, but you can't control the price market. You could complain about that, but at the same time, the price of a QB is going so fucking high that at the end of the day, you could actually, instead of settling for something that is an average QB, you could settle for something, make a trade or something like that for a maybe. And what, you're gonna pay like half the price, but you're gonna get half the fucking effort, half the fucking productivity. Settle for something you already know. Get it at an average price that you know is not gonna inflate. Get them locked down for another 3 fucking years. You're set. Right? The price of a quarterback is going so fucking high. I'm guaranteeing you, 35 million is not going to be that much in 3 fucking years. It ain't. The price of a quarterback is going to hit very fucking high in the next 3 fucking years. Okay? So if we get him for 30 million, that's a fucking steal. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. 30 fucking million a year, that is a fucking steal. 25, okay, yeah, that if you could get him for 25, get him for 25. I ain't gonna fucking front. If you could get him that fucking low, get it for that fucking low. I am not arguing with you guys on that one. If you could get it for cheaper, get it for fucking cheaper. But at the end of the day, do not complain about 30 fucking mil when a fucking quarterback that got the same results when it came to playoff wins, when it got the same results when it came to actually getting to the fucking playoffs and going 1 and done and sitting on the fucking couch and watching the fucking Super Bowl, is making year, and you're complaining about 30? No, come on, dude. Come on. It's the same fucking thing. At the end of the day, if you could get something that you know will benefit you later down the road, like our fucking general manager already stated, you got to look past the shit. You got to look past the bullshit. And at the end of the day, man, if we lock them down for that much and the price of the quarterback goes up like that, you're not going to have to worry about it later. Not only that, you got to look at it from this perspective. Next year, if you put more incentive base, maybe you do go 25 mil, but he got the ability to make it up to $30 million or $35 million. You can set it to an incentive based contract where he has to get us through the playoffs, or he has to make so many wins, has to throw for so many yards, so many touchdowns. Maybe that's the route we go, you know. So I'm not too worried about it, but at the same time, I'm not at the point where I'm saying don't pay him that, because at the end of the day, he could be asking for a whole lot fucking more. If the average reset of a quarterback that is on his final year resets the bar, right? They usually do. When you get a decent quarterback, it doesn't matter whether he's elite or not. There's quarterbacks making more than Aaron Rodgers when all right, when it's their turn. It's like, if he's not resetting the bar, why are you complaining? It's like he's not asking for 45 million a year. He's not asking for 43 million a year or some shit like that. He's not. So 30 million a year, I think that's a steal, personally. That's my opinion. But I get where you're coming from. You don't like if you're over Carr, you're kind of over the whole situation. I understand. There's no fucking arguing with you on this, but that's just my opinion. Can you hear me? All right. Can you hear me now? Man. It must feel terrible being a Raider fan right now. Why would it feel terrible? What up, Juan? Thank you again for joining us on a Raider channel. I honestly doubt that you're really a Niner fan, because apparently you just watch our shit all fucking day long. Man, I appreciate your support though, man. Really do. I really appreciate your support. I'm gonna open us some merchandise later. You can buy it and wear it, sport it, do whatever you want. Or you could burn it. I mean, if you want to be a hater, you can do that too. I don't give a shit, but I really don't. Yo. Just being realistic. How you being realistic? You came in and made a statement. That's it. It's like, I must feel terrible to be a Raider fan. How's it feel terrible? You literally came in and made a statement, didn't give any info for why you made that statement. None. So I don't get what you're saying, but whatever. I do not feel terrible. I feel great. I'm excited about the offseason. I'm doing good. Man, how y'all doing? No, it's hey, did any of you guys hear anything that I just said before I turned off the fucking seriously? Because if that's the case, then I'm fucking mad right now. All right, so let's see what we got. Wait, John, do you want a running back in the draft? Tyler Nervous from San Jose State. I used to go to high school with him. He's a good damn. All right. If we keep Mariota, I'm good with it. Yeah, I want to running back in the draft, but I don't want to draft him until like maybe the 5th round or something like that. Honestly, I don't think it's a position that we absolutely need to go high in when it comes to the draft. We could actually pick up a solid back, even if, we could pick up a solid back undrafted if we needed to, guys. There are good backs coming out of college every year that go undrafted and end up on a team and end up being very productive. Just got to look at their measurables and see what they're able to do. I get it. But at the end of the day, if they're a hell of a playmaker, then go ahead and get them. I mean, best position to draft late in rounds, in my opinion, is either defense tackle or running back, because it's just one of those positions I always see is when we'll get them late in the draft and they end up being really fucking good. So, I mean, if he's there late, yeah, sure. I don't mind keeping Mariota. I really don't. And man, it's one of those things where I don't see him staying though. Like, I honestly see him going somewhere to be a starter. And truth be told, he should, because he's honestly, in my opinion, he's good enough to actually be a starter somewhere. And you can't tell me that 32 other teams, there's at least, I want to say, 6 different fucking teams that need a quarterback, that they won't be interested in Mariota. I mean, at the end of the day, he's been able to actually learn uh, in a West Coast system. Maybe there's a new coach that's running the same system that he might be able to just adapt to and go in and be able to make some plays, because he's actually been in that system and sat behind Carr and learned for the last 2 years. And hey, it might work out for him. All the better for him if he decides to do that. If we could bring him back, though, that'd be great. I'm all for it. That's good continuity. We don't got to worry about Peterman or any of them, because I don't believe any of them are coming back. So I mean, we'll see what happens, though. At the end of the day, we'll have to wait and see. Feels great being a Raider fan, considering the circumstances we've been through. Yep. Do you see your team? Yo, I think it's funny, man. Do you see your team winning the Super Bowl in the next 10 years? Man, I see possibilities. All right. And the possibility is, yeah, sure. All you got to do is get into the dance. I mean, if anything, your team fucking proved it. Y'all did it with the one trick pony. Right? I mean, let's be real about this, man. Well, what are you gonna do if you guys don't, aren't able to pick up a all-star fucking quarterback? Because I tell you right now, Trey Lance is good, but he ain't gonna get you a Super Bowl, man. I tell you that right fucking now. So hey, yo, man, I'm happy. All right, I'm happy as a Raider fan. I'm good as a Raider fan. I'm never gonna be miserable for supporting my motherfucking team, man. So I don't know. Yeah, you could try and rain on my parade, but I'm good, bro. I'm good. Johnny Bravo. I guess. I mean, I think the possibilities are endless, man. And you know, the funny thing is, like, you're saying this like you know it as a fact. You don't. It's like you don't know what's gonna happen, man. For all you know, we could actually end up in the AFC Championship next year. For all you fucking know, you don't. Yeah, no. There's a good possibility we improve like a motherfucker with this new regime. We haven't had a regime like this in a very long time. We haven't had a general manager that is competent in a very long time. So, I mean, hey, hope. That's all you could ask for. We got hope. I'm hoping for the best. I ain't worried about the worst either. It's like I'm good. Let's see what we got. Nah, I don't. 30 million a year for the next 5 years. I say like I said, man, I honestly think that's a steal. And that's just my opinion, guys. 30 million a year, that's a steal. A lot of people are like, oh, you gotta take a haircut, like get 25 million a year. If we could get that, yes. If you could get that, fuck yeah, do that. But if the best you could do is 30 million, that's a fucking steal, guys. That's a fucking steal. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. The price of a quarterback is gonna go up to fucking 50 mil a year in the next two to 3 years, guys. It's you gotta work with what you got. All right. So do we bring Adams or not? I tell you right now, man. If we bring Adams in, he better be ready to take a little bit of a haircut, because that 30 mil a year, man. If you're making more than your quarterback, if we do happen to get Carr for 25 mil and we bring in Adams for 30 mil, Derek Carr loves this fucking team. I don't want to hear shit from anybody if that happens. If we were able to get Devontae Adams because Derek Carr took a 25 mil a year fucking haircut, and Devontae Adams comes here for 30 fucking mil, our fucking wide receivers making more than our quarterback, I don't ever want to hear any question about Derek Carr's character, any question about Derek Carr's dedication to his fucking team, because ain't no motherfucking way you should be paying a fucking wide receiver more than your quarterback. Period. I don't believe we could afford Devontae Adams. I don't think we were going to go after him, but if it were to happen, I'd be all for it. All right. I know. At the end of the day, man, it's been we have not had a true number one wide receiver. In my opinion, we hadn't. We haven't. Maybe Crabtree and Cooper, you could kind of put that in there with them, where they're like considered a true number one. But put both of them together, yes, I would consider them a true number one if they both were one person. But them apart, no, they were basically solid number twos, and they put out the productivity of a number one wide receiver, in my opinion. But nah, I don't. I honestly don't think that we've had a true number one wide receiver in a long time. So if we were to go that route and see what Carr can do when he has a wide receiver that can produce like Devontae Adams is, I'd be all for it. But I don't think we have the money for it, quite frankly. And I think other people are going to offer way more than we are. So we'll see where that goes. But there's other options out there. Who's out there after Adams? I think that wide receiver coming off of the Bears. Dude, I was literally just talking about this guy by name, not but like fucking 10 minutes ago, not but like an hour ago with my coworker. Now I totally fucking fuck. There's also Cooks. Cooks is pretty good. It's coming out. I wouldn't be too mad at that. A little bit of injury history, but and you might have to offer more than he's worth, but a lot less than Devontae Adams. I mean, it's like, yeah, that would be more than it's worth, but at the same time, he'd probably get a bigger paycheck coming to Las Vegas, less of the tax and all that stuff. So, bring back Aguilar. I wouldn't mind bringing him back for a cheap price. I think he's under contract still, right? He's under contract with them, so if we were to bring him back, it had to be through a trade, if I'm not mistaken. Am I tripping? Or I think he's still under contract with the Patriots. So if we were to bring him back, it'd be through a trade. And I don't think he's, in my personal opinion, I don't think it's worth actually risking a pick for him. So no, I wouldn't. I wouldn't trade a pick for him, man. Not. I mean, there's a chance. I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. Every fucking live I do, this motherfucker always says, "You guys got a better chance with Kaepernick." Man, you in love with that guy, huh? Shit. Hey, dude, I got nothing but love for Colin Kaepernick, man. I got nothing but love for him for what he did to represent and what he believed in, what he stood up for. I get it, but at the same time, man, as a player, he became predictable, and his career started to go downhill way before he started kneeling. So I honestly, I just don't see him joining the league, coming back to the league, man. I think he's good enough to be a quarterback in the league, but I just don't see him coming back. Making too much of that Netflix money, man. I've already said this. I'm making too much Netflix money. He ain't coming back. He ain't coming back. Yeah. If we can't afford Adams, not. Oh shit, man. I mean, I would not be against, and y'all gonna kill me for this. I would not be against getting a wide receiver in the draft. I wouldn't be against it. And I know Oakland Knight gets mad at me because I'm always about that. I'm always about getting more firepower, man. I'm always about that offense. Get some more weapons. All right. So if we were to go, wide receiver in the draft, tell me some names that I should look up and that I should do some research on, so that way I could actually tell you what I think of the player that you're saying. Go ahead and shoot. If y'all want a wide receiver in the draft, let me know who you guys want. All right. If we were to go wide receiver in the draft, who would you guys want? Coming out of what college? Let me know. Allen Robinson, thank you for from the Chicago Bears. Yeah, that's who I was talking about. Allen Robinson. Like, honestly, man, I hate it when that happens. I know who I'm talking about, but the name just like disappears in the back of my fucking head. Yeah, Allen Robinson. I think he's a solid option, guys, because you look at all the quarterbacks he went through and all the bullshit that he's been through with that fucking franchise. If he were to come to a quarterback, if he competent quarterback like Derek Carr, decent with the talent like his, I think he would excel. I think he would do a lot better. I believe he's a number one because he's been productive with every single quarterback that he's played with. And I think that proves that he's a number one in my opinion. So yeah, I would take him fucking in a heartbeat. What up, Fade to Black? How you doing, man? Let's see. Let me see. The going rate for a wide receiver, probably like, I want to say like 15 to 18 mil. Am I right? Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's about 18 mil a year, uh, maybe more. For I don't know. I don't know. Let me see. Oh yeah, it's about 19 mil a year. So I was about right. 19, 20 mil a year. That's how much the average going rate for a wide receiver is. A starting wide receiver. Tyreek Hill right now is making 18 mil a year. That's a fucking steal. That's a fucking steal, guys. Tyreek Hill, that like he's that's pretty good fucking price. But I mean, Amari Cooper is making 20 mil a year. So I think I'd probably offer him. That'd probably be my ceiling. That'd be my ceiling. I wouldn't go higher than 20 mil a year. That for Allen Robertson's. Anything more than that, nah. Let's move on. Let's see what else we could get or pick up someone in the draft. Maybe do something like that. Fade to Black. Yeah, I did. I actually went over it earlier. Uh, Adams, Manny Bruce is asking for 30 mil a year. Ooh, that makes me want to gag. Nah, man, he's Manny Bruce. Yeah, he's asking for 30 mil a year. 30 mil a fucking year. You realize 30. Damn. Hey guys, yo, my phone is acting really dumb right now. It's overheating. That's gonna do it for today, guys. I'm actually gonna have to log off anyways to go back to work. Like, comment, subscribe, and do me a favor. Leave your thoughts on what wide receiver we should get in the draft if we were to go wide receiver in the draft. All right, do me a favor with that, and I'll look them up and do my research on it. All right, like, comment, subscribe again. Go Raiders.